Hey, what's up, Stripe Nation? Blake Albertson here with B&B Lawn Care. Today we're gonna do basically a full season recap here using the Cub Cadet Pro X600, their commercial stand-on unit. This video is sponsored by Cub Cadet. All that means is they made this video possible, right? Getting this machine out here. In no way does that change my viewpoints, my critiques, anything like that. We've really been using this in our business for a full season now. And I just wanted to give you a kind of a lengthy little video here going over all of the little things that we like, maybe some things that we don't like, but how it's actually performed day in and day out in my lawn care business. So let's get to it. Alright, so we've already recorded this video once before, but it was so windy and cold, so we're going to be flipping in and out of footage here because we had to reshoot this. The wind was crazy the last couple of weeks here in Kansas City. We're just going to go around the mower and talk about it and some things that we like, some things that we didn't like, whatever comes up. Let's start right off here where Tyler's standing. And this is the adjustment for the ride platform. 3 for the heavier operators. We were both at 2.
One is very soft.
Yeah, super soft. I love it. I have said probably 4 or 5 months ago that this was the most comfortable stand-on mower I've ever used, and I stand behind it. I haven't used every mower, you know, everything like that, but from the mowers I've used, this thing is so comfortable. We're not really around the same height, but we liked the same level of stiffness, if you will. But at least it gives you the option, you know, because in one of these that you put, I think it was 3, you hopped on there and it was like bouncing you up and down because it, you know, it's made for heavier operators.
Shutting the mower off because it's just like.
But it gives you the option because not everybody is the same. Another thing, like real quick to pan around here, it has these adjustments for the pad for taller or shorter people. So like I said, it really does accommodate all sized operators, you know, height wise and weight wise. Yeah, let's get a look under there. Nice. Easy access, but it also, they put those notches in there so you can adjust it. So these back tires, they're tall and they're wide, which makes it super easy to hop curbs, and it holds hills really well. You just got a lot of traction on this. And you've mentioned that multiple times about these back tires.
I like the big wide back tires because, I mean, like you said, it holds the hills really well, actually.
Well, what I've seen in the industry a little bit is the tires get tall, but not as wide. And these ones are wide and tall and hangs on hills, man. Like really good traction on hills. Going here, I forgot to touch on this. I like, as you can notice, it kind of like, this pad kind of hugs you in. It's just super comfortable. And this is that ride platform that we keep mentioning where you can adjust the shocks, but whatever suspension they have in there, and we have trash. This is real life, folks. I'm telling you what. Whatever springs they have in there, I mean, it just, when you're hopping over like little bumps in the yard, it just kind of glides. It's so nice. Going along here, we touched on this, Tyler. Go ahead and kick this. A lot of the mowers I've seen, they either put a metal one, I've seen it, I guess that's trying to be commercial grade. I disagree with that. And I've also seen plastic deflectors here, and I don't like the plastic ones either. This is like a thick rubber. I know it seems small, but this thing is going to get hit by trees. I mean, by fences if you're lazy and don't want to put it up. People are. You could step on this all day long, hit fence posts, hit trees, hit anything else, and it literally does nothing. It doesn't damage the mower at all. I think it's huge. little things that are big things. You know what I'm saying? Then this. Let's put the deck down here. So as you can see, it has this little notch that holds on to whatever height cut that you want. So right now it's like on 4, right? So we've all had this situation, and I think you're lying if you disagree that we've all had this situation. You go around the perimeter and that you hit a bump, right? Then you mow the whole yard, only to realize you go, wait a second. This doesn't look right. And then you go look on another machine, right? I've had this. And it's back up in transport mode. You hit the bump and it locked itself back up in transport mode. So this tooth here that locks on, you can hit a bump. I mean, it's gonna stay at that height. So you're not gonna have that problem again. If you hit a bump, it's staying at the 4 inches or whatever height that you have it at. Just like I said, it's not like huge, it's not revolutionary, but all of these little things just make it 1%, 2% better of a machine, in my opinion. The yard we shot this on, I'll throw in a couple clips from that, but the wind was crazy. Thing stripes incredibly, and that yard was actually starting to go dormant. It stripes really good. I don't even think it has anything fancy on it. Like, we don't have a stripe kit on it or anything right now. I think they have, I don't know, it stripes really well. Just came as it comes from the factory, you know what I'm saying? Cut quality. I gave it a 9 out of 10 on cut quality. 10, if 10 was absolutely perfect, they could never make another mower that was as good cut quality, and 0, you're just leaving stragglers, right? 9 out of 10. It has really good cut quality. And I mean, this thing held up. It really is built like a tank. I said that when we first got it. But the thing is, you know, like, that I loved being able to demo this machine all year round is when you get a brand new machine for a day, you get a brand new machine, demo it for a couple days, a week. Even if you were to get a brand new machine and demo it for a month, the likelihood of something going wrong is pretty slim, you know, with a brand new machine. But to use it for a full season, I think it really would expose some problems, if there were any, you know. And this thing, it was really good. I mean, did you have any problems with it?
No, it did really well, actually.
Dude, I'm so glad that you're touching the throttle right here. This is going to be a very weird explanation. It is very easy to move up and down this throttle. At first, when I got it, I was like, it seems kind of too loose. It's what it seemed like. I'm like, man, the throttle seems kind of loose. But it never got any looser. It never got any tighter. And we never had a problem with it wanting to throttle down. When the throttle cable started to go out in other machines, right, that were super tight, it would start to throttle itself backwards when you were mowing, right? If it was at full throttle, you would keep going, the worse it would get, and it would bring it down to like half throttle. This has never had that problem. It has just been extremely consistent and easy. It never wanted to throttle back. It never wanted to throttle up. It's just incredibly easy and smooth. I've never seen that on another machine. I really love it. And it seemed like just so effortlessly that I could move it, that when you're in certain situations, maybe you're on a hill or something, to be able to just throttle that down. You don't want to get grass in that mulch bed or whatever it is, was really nice. And it was super consistent. And, you know, probably every year to 2 years you have to replace a throttle cable, maybe. You know, that's probably on average from my whole time in business has probably been every year, every other year. And this thing, I mean, it's not even close to going out. I really wonder, we talked about this, Tyler, if, because it's not like super tight, if it's not putting as much strain on the throttle cable.
It's not putting as much.
I mean, look at this. It's just like, I know this seems so silly. I really do. I feel silly recording it. But it really was something I loved about this machine.
I did too, because there's some machines, if you ever use them for whatever amount of time, like even the one on my mower, it's like stiff as a board, and it takes so much effort to get it like to full throttle, or even when they're stiff like that, sometimes they won't even go full throttle because it's so stiff.
Yep.
So like this just makes it so much easier, and it's effortless, and you know the machine is working good, and it's not putting stress, like you said, on to the cable.
I really wonder if that's a huge part of it. I mean, there's no like, I mean, you've gotten some throttle cables where like at the very end you're like, my gosh, this thing's tight. I mean, this thing, listen, only B&B Lawn Care, we could stick on a throttle cable for 3.5 minutes, but I don't know. It's really something I liked. This is super simple. All you have up here is your ignition, your PTO, your throttle, an hour meter, and these adjustments. If the mower started tracking one way, we haven't had to mess with it. It's been dead straight the whole time. But if it started tracking one, like let's say to the left, you can adjust this right on here. Probably not even maybe a wrench or something. But you're not digging into hydros and things. You can just make those adjustments right up here on your little, what would you call this? A little dashboard control center right here.
The nice big fuel gauge, so you can actually tell how much fuel you have in there. And I like this because some of the mowers and whatnot that you see, they have like really small holes. So it's like,
the thing that's so funny is that you might, if this is like maybe your first couple times with mowers or whatever, you might think that this is comes standard on every mower right here, visible, but I promise you it's not. It's not. And it's like, the thing that I keep going back to is I feel like they really thought things through to be simple, effective, out in the field. Like, it just gives you exactly what you need. Right here, this is how much gas is in the tank. Like, it's crazy to me that that's not just a standard practice in every manufacturer. It's like, okay, we need to know quickly exactly how much gas. There it is. You know? And if you're typing right now, oh, it seems basic, go look at some machines. I promise you that's not standard practice, right? Simple, effective, and I really believe they thought things through here. Like, okay, this probably costs money. I imagine costs a lot of money to come up with this mechanism with this button. But they did it because they knew that in those couple situations where you would hit a bump and your deck would bounce back up.
yeah, I like the deck system that they have, and it's actually really easy to lower and lift the deck. Doesn't take any effort to do it at all. I also like the handles. They're not big, bulky, but they're also not really skinny. They're comfortable, I would say. And then you don't have to worry about the ones that flip up. And
oh, you have mentioned that about like the safety switch. That you like it on the platform.
Yeah.
What are you playing with over there?
I think it's the battery box.
Oh, we're checking out the battery? Nice.
Wow. But that's really easy access.
That just shows you that this thing hasn't been sitting in a garage all. I mean, this thing's dusty, dirty. We still have trash in it. Like, this is real life, real world. And a couple little dents and dings. It's just how it happens sometime, folks. You're going to hit stuff. You're going to rub up against some other machines maybe. But, you know, I've never taken that off, Tyler. So there's the battery compartment. Up out of the way. They put some storage there for trash. I don't know what else it's for, but any little nook or cranny, we just stuff trash in it. And they put a cup holder there in case you want to spill all your drink while you're mowing. You know what I'm saying? That's always been funny to me, you know?
I've never understood it,
but they got it in case you need it. So you'll see here, just going around this machine, they focus a ton on comfort. They focus a ton on just
stance.
Everything you need. What'd you say, stance?
Stance.
Yeah, holding hills, hopping curbs, things we actually do day in and day out. This has, I feel like, everything that you need and doesn't really have any of the bells and whistles up here that you don't need. Tyler's gonna take apart the whole mower here for the video. What do we got under here? Tons of, I mean, look at that. The whole thing opens up.
I mean,
you have access to anything.
It's so easy. You can mess with the hydros, release them right there.
Yep.
Super simple.
So overall, we love this machine. Like I've said, I think I'm gonna try to buy maybe this unit or one like it. That's how much I liked it over the year. So again, a huge shout out to Cub Cadet for an awesome year, an awesome partnership. We had a blast trying out this machine and a bunch of other Cub Cadet units. So it's been a really cool experience here in 2022. All right, Tyler, that's about it. Say goodbye to the peeps.
Peace.
All right, we'll catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.